So we have a WoodMaster outdoor wood boiler here. It's 4400. That's what this one is. The green light on the control panel was not lighting up, even though I know that the boiler was full of water. And if that happens, it's one of two things. It's either, most likely, it's either going to be the light itself here on the panel or the float. And I replaced the light. I should have just tested it, but I ordered one and replaced it. That didn't fix the problem, so now I've got a new float here. This is what the float looks like. And I couldn't find a video on YouTube for how to do this. Again, this is the 4400, but I would imagine that it's the same for the other WoodMaster, the smaller and the larger ones. But anyway, you got to take the corner trim off on each of the front sides, remove the light above the door, and get in behind the light here into the insulation. That's where the float sits. You might need to get a pipe wrench, a little persuader on it to get that nut to get that to move. And then the wire sneaks down here through the insulation. The two red or pink wires there sneaks down through and comes back behind the panel. You got to loosen this side up a little bit to get the panel out. And on mine, the two wires were looked like they had been dragged against the tin a little bit and showing some signs of wear, so it might have just over time caused the failure. I'm not sure if it was the wiring or the float itself, but anyway, so I got the new float. That's how you get it in there. You just unscrew it, put the new one in, snake the wires down here, and then they come in to the side here. I'm just going to splice mine in and then check the wiring from the splice in to make sure there's no damage to it. Overall, not too difficult of a job to get this thing open. Just a bunch of sheet metal screws, 1/4 inch nut driver to get the front off. You got a couple here on top, and then the rest are all in the front and the side to get at what you need to do. And hopefully this is going to do the trick. So I have the boiler all back together here. You'll see, hopefully you can see the lights are on now. I did try the old light, and in my case both the light and the float were faulty. I don't know if it was caused by the wiring that got chewed up in there, but anyway, both parts replaced. Not a difficult job. You just have to be able to get in behind that light there and then use a little persuasion on the top of the float to get it loose after several years of sitting up there probably. But anyway, all back up and running now.